Joined now by Dr. Sheila Forman, and if I were to spend time listing all of her accomplishments, we wouldn't have time for the interview. Dr. Sheila, welcome to the program.
Oh, thank you, Don. I'm always happy to be a part of your show.
Of course, you're a clinical psychologist. That's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on the program this week, because the world seems like it's been turned upside down, and how are people coping with this? And I'm sure people you're talking to are asking the same question.
Oh my goodness. Don, I can tell you I have never been busier in my clinical practice. People are in so much distress. Even now when we're allegedly post-COVID, people's worlds were turned upside down. I use the metaphor of one of those snow globes that you shake, you turn it upside down, and then you turn it back. The snow's still falling, Don. The snow is not on the bottom of that snow globe yet. And that's something that people have to accept, that we're still in a state of flux, we're still in a state of transition, and that we need to use our coping skills to get through.
I know people are, worried about their 401ks. They're looking at it every day online, looking at the stock market every day online, checking their bank balance every day online. It's gotten to be just a little bit too much.
It's definitely too much. I discourage all of that kind of behavior because, yes, you can take a snapshot today and maybe your 401k is up and then tomorrow it's down, but that's not going to help you get through the stress and anxiety of the here and now. I recommend to my clients that if they have financial planners whom they trust, leave the money in their hands, focus more importantly on their own mental and physical well-being. The money will take care of itself over time.
Well, you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of anything else, right?
That's so true. That's so true. You know that expression in the airplanes where they tell you to put your oxygen mask on before you help other people? That's never been more important. We need to take care of ourselves so that we're available to help the people around us, whether it's helping them physically or financially.
What's the best piece of advice you've been giving your people these days?
Well, what I've been doing is I've been referring to what's going on right now as our current normal, as opposed to our new normal. A lot of people are saying, oh my goodness, this is the new normal. When you think this is the new normal, it is so overwhelming and it feels like nothing is ever going to change. So I say, no, this is our current normal and we need to focus on the present, do what we can to get through, and then in time, things will resolve and we'll step into what ultimately, hopefully, will be our new normal, which will look a lot like our old normal.
Talking to people perhaps, or just talking to people about nothing really, just general conversations, maybe taking up reading new books, just change your attitude.
Yeah, change your attitude, change your focus. I've been talking a lot to people about the skill of resiliency, of learning how to bounce back. And one of those things is really good self-care. And sometimes really good self-care is curling up on the couch with Netflix or a good book, or having movie night with your family and making popcorn the old-fashioned way over the stove. To go back to simpler times and really focus on the things that fill us up rather than filling our mind up with so many of the anxiety-producing thoughts.
And what about people who use, I'll just say the words, food to cope?
Oh, well, you know that's my area of expertise. We've seen an incredible increase in people using food to cope during this time. In fact, about a year ago, the American Psychological Association came out with a study that said on average, Americans gained 29 pounds during the first year of the pandemic. So we were all joking about the quarantine 15. It turned into the quarantine 29. And that's because people were using food as a coping mechanism. And I understand that. We were looking for comfort. We were looking for something that soothed us. And in the short term, okay, it's a way of feeling better in the moment, but it's not a long-term solution. So part of what I work with my clients on is building better habits during this time, cooking at home more, finding healthy recipes online, doing that, going for exercise, taking a walk around the block or playing ball with your kids. So you're not just leaning into the food and making that 29, maybe 39 in the next year.
Maybe there's a side benefit to the store shelves being a little emptier than normal.
I like that. That's a very good point. Yes, less junk food to consume.
If people want to join your group or learn more from you, how can they get in touch with you?
Easiest way is through my website, drsheila.forman.com. DrSheilaForman.com. That's the easiest way to reach me.
Well, Sheila, it's always a pleasure having you on the program. I've interviewed you probably 4 or 5 dozen times on a variety of TV shows. It's
I think
always a
so.
pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us.
Likewise. I'm always happy when you call me, Don. You be well, and I'm here for you anytime you need me.
Take care.